smallest tribe of Manasseh, in a quiet place unknown, lived a man who hid from shadows, threshing wheat all alone. But the Lord called through the stillness, Gideon, mighty one, and the trembling heart he spoke to knew his strength had just begun. For the Lord does not see as we do, for he chooses whom he wills, and the weakest hands will conquer when his promise is fulfilled. Strength in the quiet heart, faith in the trembling start. God takes the smallest offering and turns it into victory, not by the sword or might, but by his holy light. Gideon stood where fear once lived, and the Lord made courage rise within. 300 men beside him, with a torch and trumpet raised, facing countless foes before them, yet refusing to be afraid. For the Lord had said, "I'm with you," and his word became their shield. And the night broke into triumph as the Midian army yielded. For the battle belonged to heaven, not the strength of mortal men. And the God who called the weakest led them to the victory's end. Strength in the quiet heart, faith in the trembling start. God turns the least of all the tribes into a flame that lights the skies, not by the sword or might, but by his holy light. Gideon learned what truth can be, that courage grows where God plants peace. So when shadows gather around you and you feel too small to stand, remember how the weakest one was lifted by God's hand. For he calls us in the silence, not to show our strength alone, but to prove his love is mighty in the hearts he calls his own. Strength in the quiet heart, faith in the trembling start. God writes his glory on our lives in ways no fear can hide, not by